Landslides caused by heavy rain have killed at least one person and blocked a major highway in Nepal this week as the death toll from the annual monsoon rains nears 40. The rains, which lash the Himalayan nation from June to September every year, kill scores of people and many more go missing as the monsoon triggers landslides and floods. This year, at least 38 people have died and at least 33 are missing. Rescue workers are searching for another 6 who've gone missing after a landslide swept away their home in a village near Kathmandu. Landslides have also blocked a major highway connecting the capital with the southern plains. Rains have also caused the Bagmati River in the Kathmandu Valley to breach its banks, flooding areas of the region that is home to about 4 million people. Television channels showed footage of people trying to bail floodwaters out of their homes. Authorities have also asked residents near the eastern Sindhuli River to evacuate as the water level rises. Meanwhile, in China, the death toll from Beijing's devastating floods has risen to 33, with 18 people still missing. The Prime Minister convened a meeting of the State Council, that's China's cabinet, focused on national flood relief. The flood disaster has impacted nearly 1.3 million people, leaving about 60,000 homes completely destroyed and almost 150,000 damaged. 15,000 hectares of agricultural area has also been impacted. The disaster-related losses are still preliminary figures and assessment of property damage remains ongoing, which means the figures could in the end be much higher. Beijing's mountainous and rural areas were severely affected, with almost 350 villages experiencing communication disruptions, another 250 being cut off from transport. Water, power and communications have now been restored to most of these villages, but experts say reconstruction of the impacted areas is expected to be completed within a period of 3 years. That's how long the reconstruction work could take. Scores of damaged roads, along with more than 100 bridges, have resulted from these devastating floods. 5 of those among the latest confirmed fatalities as of midnight on Tuesday died while participating in the disaster relief effort after Typhoon Doksuri hit the Chinese capital with its heaviest rainfall in decades between the 29th of July and the 2nd of August. At a press conference, Beijing's vice mayor said the capital was hit by historically rare torrential rains, with 60% of the average annual rainfall falling in just 83 hours. Beijing recorded extreme rainfall of almost 745 millimeters during rainstorms between, as we said, the 29th of July and the 2nd of August, making it the heaviest deluge to hit the city in 140 years since records began. The last extreme rainstorm in Beijing was in July 2012, when almost 80 people were killed, with rainfall exceeding 540 millimeters. Other parts of China have also seen heavy flooding in recent days, partly from the impact of Typhoon Doksuri over the weekend, leaving dozens dead and others missing. Hebei province, just outside Beijing, has seen some of the region's worst flooding. And southwest of Beijing also has been impacted, even though waters have begun to now recede. But at least 125,000 residents needed to be evacuated. Meanwhile, other areas are suffering from scorching summer heat and drought, threatening residents' health and the autumn harvest. It's all happening. Extreme heat in some parts and unprecedented rainfall in others. Heavy rains have also battered northern China since late July, disrupting the lives of millions of people. At least 6 people died and 4 went missing in the city of Shulan in the northeastern province of Jilin, which experienced 5 straight days of rainfall, turning streets into rivers and forcing the evacuation of tens of thousands of people. China's deadliest and most destructive floods in recent history were in 1998, when more than 4,100 people died, most of them along the Yangtze River. In 2021, more than 300 people died in the central province of Henan. Timely disinfection to prevent diseases now in the aftermath of the recent flooding is desperately needed, as well as an early start of reconstruction work to give those made homeless by the floods new housing in time for winter.